for my own sanity.
Hello and welcome to Jabberjaw. I'm your host, Jessica Dawson Collier, and with me, as always, is Tyson Wheeler Dynas and Matthew David Smith. Guys, welcome.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hi.
Tyson, I was just thinking, Tyson, not a lot of podcasts have the production value of wiping the schmutz off your webcam before we get started. That is our show opener right there. Just
That
That's
is.
wiping the.
amazing.
I somehow I put this into a weird area. A weird area. Everybody wants to hear that when you're okay. Seriously, audible. Seriously, there we go. Okay.
Technical
Weird
No,
difficulties
difficult.
are our
That,
middle
that,
name.
the problem was between the phone and the chair on that one. That was not. I
Ah,
can't even blame Zencaster for that. So
Okay.
the first time somebody made that joke to me, I didn't get it. Like it just completely. Anyway, proceed.
proceed. How are you guys doing?
Good. Suffering from allergies a little bit. Are you guys suffering from allergies?
No.
Yes.
There's
Yeah.
been a lot of mosquitoes around here, but no allergies as of yet. You
Oh my
guys?
God, dude. It's
No.
bad. There's
Yeah.
so much cotton in the air and has been for the last couple weeks. Like it looks like it's snowing sometimes. And then
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Kirksville,
That's
it
my
was like
big allergy
awful.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's only like the only last couple weeks I'm just nonstop stuffed up, just kind of. But it's all right. Tis the season, right? That's just
Tis the season.
you know. So
I will
out.
be
Yeah.
plugging Claritin and Benadryl because that shit makes me pass out and forget my life. It's great. It's a
Yeah.
good
Benadryl is
combo. I'm not
kind of
sure
a
I'm
miracle
supposed to
drug.
mix them. Yeah,
I
it
know.
is.
Make
I love
you know
it.
allergies, could put your baby to sleep. Just all kinds of options for Benadryl.
Big fan. Big fan. I think
Yes.
it does something horrible to your liver, but whatever. It's fine.
I must not
Um,
because I do. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but the Benadryl is the only thing the on-call nurse is allowed to prescribe without a doctor's approval in a hospital.
really
Yeah. So if somebody can't sleep,
interesting.
Benadryl. They got an itch, allergies, Benadryl.
Oh,
Because it's like zero liability. That makes complete sense. But
Exactly.
wow,
yeah.
like everything is dangerous except for Benadryl. I don't
Yeah.
want that.
Yeah.
I want
So
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
We went and got some spray on Benadryl for Beth got eaten up pretty bad, and so yeah. So it's I don't get it so much. She's like candy to them. You know how certain people are just are magnets for
Yeah.
those things.
Yes.
How are the chiggers out there, Matt?
Yeah.
I do not know this season, nor am I planning on finding out. But I that was the worst. Oh my God, that was the biggest negative of 2025. Um, and there were a lot of bad shit happen in 2025. But that was personally that was the most uncomfortable. That one stuck with me the longest. So yeah, it was awful. Like took like 3 or 4 months for those things to go away. Like just had hundreds of
Ugh.
bites. And so now apparently like you stay out of like high grass. Apparently is what I've is basically that's like where they like that's their survival mechanism, right? Is like they'll be like they go to like the tallest tree in the patch of grass. So the running animal like it catches as high on the animal as possible. It's like it's all stuff that Jesus came up with many years ago, and we don't understand why, but that's the way it works. And
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, not experiencing them really. Kind of hoping it's hope now that I've like started mowing that like that doesn't like I don't know toss these little bastards into
Oh
the air.
yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, but no
Smith, did
dogs,
you get
man.
a riding lawnmower, by the way?
We got a little tractor
Nice.
style. I didn't get one of those fancy zero turn things that all the kids are into these days, but I no, we just got like the old school tractor because I actually have like don't tell Kathy, but I actually really enjoy mowing. It's like a very sort of kind of like I kind of did as a kid too because it was like an hour I got to listen to like my mixtape that I would make my mowing mixtape.
Yeah.
And so because it took about an hour to mow my
Uh-huh.
parents' front and back lawn with the old manual mower, and no, it's about takes about an hour here and maybe an hour and a half. It's enjoyable. It's you just kind of
It's like the
kick back. It's
lowest.
Zen
kind of
out.
slow.
Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah.
lowest form of gardening. It's like it's just kind of like, oh yeah, and
Yeah.
Yep.
and that's some.
But
I mean, that's
empowering. Just
mhm,
something
yeah.
about that, like where you can see where man has been in the past, and you're like, I was there. I need to go over here now. It's basically why how he tees everything. It's the same exact. It's the same
Nice.
exact thing. That's why he
Yeah.
tees everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's fun. It's like a game. Like they have those like simulator. There was like a mowing simulator I used to play as a kid. That, like it was kind of like they have the
The
thing said, it's the
tractor.
most ridiculous thing in the
The,
world. The Power Wash Simulator game, which I absolutely
uh,
love that stupid game. Like you wouldn't think, but it's like the most
I don't
zen-like
think I
thing in
ever
the
played
world.
that.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
addicting. Don't, yeah, no, you'll wind up like 7 hours later and you'll rethink everything about yourself because you can, like, it's ridiculous. And you're like, if you think you're just like, what am I doing? I mean, there are a lot of things in life like that, let's be fair, but this one especially,
That's
like,
true.
what am I doing?
yeah, it's like just a little bit of an endorphin rush every time you wash off
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. It's probably, you know what? That's probably it. It's probably that lizard brain stuff. There's probably like some incentivizing serotonin that's like,
Was dirty, now clean. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, it's true.
Well, that's
the
what
best
The Illuminati, they always have the best.
Illuminati.
The
Illuminati,
Illuminati.
they have the best
Yeah.
lawns because they are lizard people. So, uh,
That they
uh,
are.
so what have you been up to, Jess?
I have. Well, oh
This-
God. Well, today I did some weeding. I was telling the guys before we jumped on. I don't know if anyone uh listening lives in Colorado. I feel like there's maybe a couple of people. But anyway, we have gotten a lot of rain lately. And Jonas and I dug up a bunch of weed protector shit last year to do some gardening. And now it's biting us in the ass. As I was telling, especially Tice, um, there are some weeds in our backyard and they're taller than I am. So today I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go after him and I'm going to go after him hard. And I managed to fill up the bin, but I mean, we still have like, I would say a third of the yard to do. It's insane. I will send you guys before and after pictures. I'll post them to the show this week, but I've never experienced weeds like this in my life. I just have not. And there is a certain satisfaction in like pulling them out and seeing the after and seeing the progress, but I never want to do it again. Like
yeah,
it's the fucking worst.
it
So,
feels like it should be a one-time thing, and it never is.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. But this summer is all about like projects kicking off. I was in Kirksville, Missouri visiting family last week, and we had our first annual dumpster fest, which basically means we rented a 10-foot long dumpster, set it outside of my stepfather and mother's garage, and started hauling shit out. And you guys wouldn't believe all of the shit that was in there. I'm not going to post everything. I will send you guys some things separately
Excellent.
that were quite funny. Like
Very nice.
one of the papers my mom graded of a high school student in Quinter. And I mean, she should have gotten fired for what she wrote, to be honest. Things like that. So it was an experience. My brother, my sisters, their friends helped out. Shout out to everybody who helped out. God, we couldn't have done it without you. I mean, literally, Ian like took a saw, and him and my little sister Kira's boyfriend Sam like chopped up this couch that had been in there forever, and a mouse had made its home, and like it was just shit like that all over the place. And then my lovely stepfather kind of cutting in and being like, "Oh, we should keep that. We should, why do you want a bag of childhood stuffed animals? Like, why? Like, give me legitimate reasons." Things like that. So, but very
Effort.
gratifying. Good to like see some, stuff out of the garage. It was very cheap. Roll off. What was it? Victory Roll Off in Kirksville, Missouri. You're awesome. They're the fucking best. If you live in Kirksville, you should, work with them if you also need to clear out your parents' garage and or house. Um, yeah, it was something else. I have
It's
newfound respect, Tice, for your business venture, to say the
it's
least. Obviously, it's different, but kind of similarities.
it's the same. I mean, our first clients were our parents, so
Yeah.
it's like so that's an extra layer of like you know because everything is a memory to one of them,
Yes.
and then and then
Yes.
it's just like I mean my mom said I wanted to throw something out, and she was like, "Oh, fine, I'll keep it till I'm dead, and then you can throw it out." And I was like, "Okay," she said that multiple
Ugh.
times, so and you know what, and I
That, you know
mean,
what though? My stepdad said something similar. He was like, "You can throw that out. I cannot."
right,
And it was
yeah,
almost like a winking at certain times, but then also a warning at
right,
certain times, if that
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Absolutely, and yeah, because it's just like, it's a cultural thing, like
Yes.
too, and
Yes.
so it's a tough move. And how long do they live in that house? Have they lived in that
I
house?
mean, they've been in that house like 20 years,
Yeah,
something like that.
it adds up, like it really
It
does.
does. And they've
And
accumulated a lot of shit. Sorry, Ernst. I know you listen. I love you, but goddamn.
well, it's hard to differentiate between shit and
It
stuff.
is. And like, the guy is like what, 77, like, and still like gets around great, but he doesn't need to be in there cleaning any of that stuff out. So like while I'm not exactly super young, but I'm young enough to, push younger people around and kind of help out. So it was fine
Did
for
you
what
fill
it
the
was.
dumpster? Did you fill it?
Oh yeah, we filled
Yeah.
it in like 3 hours. It
Wow.
was insane. Yeah. And then it was funny too, because like I was there throughout the week and I was just helping out with various stuff with like my brother and my littlest sister Katja. And I was staying at my parents' house but hanging out at my brother's house. So one of the mornings I went to go get coffee and I was coming back. I looked in the alley and I could tell that there was like a bunch of shit piled up on top of the dumpster. And fun fact about renting a dumpster, like you have to obey a fill line.
Yeah.
If you go over the fill line, they will fuck you like a little bit in terms of the overall price. So I walk into the house. I'm like, Eric, so let's go take a little trip out to the dumpster. And it was like I was scolding a little kid. He was like, okay. And I go, how did this stool get in there? How did all of Katja and Kira's, childhood clothing get in here? I was like, what are you like, dude? Listen to me. So that took a good 3 days to like lodge in there. But they pulled it away and we didn't get pinged too hard. So
They get
uh
fussy about that fill line. They really do.
oh my god, yeah.
We've had one here, and and my friends had several of them, and it's a thing. It's a so. But I get it. It's a safety hazard. If it's too full, it might blow out. And
It totally makes sense, and I was very much, like I was the bearer of bad news to him all week. Like you have to obey the rules, so it's fine, and it's done for now. We're gonna have to rent another one next summer, and do something similar with the rest of the garage and the upstairs. So to be continued, but it does feel good. I will say that. And the bottom line is he feels good about it and he doesn't feel like, "Oh my god, I threw half my life away." Like I think there's a cleansing that has happened there. So it's
yeah,
good.
there's a show called Norwegian Death something or other. Have you heard of this?
Oh, a Norwegian. It's like a cleaning method, like the death cleaning.
Yeah.
Kathy owns
Yeah.
the
Amy
book, and
Poehler's
I
talked about it.
I had like no like context around what that. I was like, what is like? I was like, is this like a novel or because it sounds like a really good novel. And so I realized it's actually talking about like cleaning. But yeah, it's like the yeah. So I don't know much beyond that, but I know it's a thing. So
There's a
uh,
show somewhere, and it's quite interesting because they have such a different way of looking at things, and they end up donating most of the stuff, which is what we do too. We donate most of the stuff, but it's kind of a thing where it's like, like it's, you know, they try to give one of the things they try to do is if they have a shared memory of a certain item, they go and find that person and then offer that item to them. And if they don't want it, then they can throw it away because they feel better because they offered it to somebody who might have some sort of.
Okay.
So all these kind of little weird sort of tricks, but good tricks.
Yeah, I like
Make you
that.
feel a little bit better about giving something away that was maybe important. There was a drag queen. They did an episode in Kansas City where there was a drag queen. Uh, and he had done all these shows and he just couldn't throw anything away, and so they ended up donating it to Hamburger Mary's, which is this local drag queen
Yeah.
place. And so it was, so it was fun, like it's an interesting way of looking at it. You can tune into my new podcast, How to Declutter Your
Oh my
Shit.
God, Tice, you know what? Next Nest KC should have a podcast. It's like a
I
side
should.
This is how we start our media empire, guys.
That's right.
It's fun.
You gotta branch out.
We made a we
It's
made
gonna be very pro-Trump in the next podcast. It's gonna be,
That's
weird.
it's gonna be weird, but it covers up more ground.
It's fine.
Yeah. 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 Well, that's cool. And you got a shirt, right?
Yeah. My stepdad also made us shirts, so I will post that as well. And my littlest sister Katja, who fucking hates AI with every fiber of her artistic being, was like, he fucking used AI. It's great. Katja's so pissed about it, but she was also like, it's sweet that he made t-shirts, so whatever. It's a little trophy for what we did. Oh my God. Wild times, fellas. But speaking of wild times, you two were together recently.
Yeah,
I'm quite jealous.
Talk about wild times. We went to the Antiques Roadshow. You can't get much wilder than that. Matt was kind enough to host me for an evening, and he offered his. I couldn't stay longer, but also Matt is a very busy man. I don't know if you guys know this. He's a busy man, and
happened to be the
true.
busiest 3 weeks of the last 4 years. But anyway, yeah, no. But
did you get that site up and going? I haven't looked.
I did. Yes, I did.
Excellent.
I did.
Excellent.
Yeah. I did. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry. I was kind of a dick to Tyson the whole time. We were just
No,
hanging
you were
out.
fine.
I was on my computer the whole time. No. It was good. It was good. It was glad to see you. And it was, so sorry. Our Starlink is being a little fussy this week. And I think it's because
Fuck
the
you,
trees
Elon.
they're yeah. God damn it. You're right. I should just, you're fine, trees. It's fucking Elon. That's exactly right. I'm sorry. I can't hold you responsible for any of this. Sorry. Anyway, so I may fade in or fade out for 3 or 4 seconds. It's okay. It's just the Earth rotating on its axis. So if it doesn't stop, I'd be more concerned. Let's put it that way.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
Anyway.
Well, I got tickets to Antiques Roadshow, second year in a row. It was in Indianapolis, Kismet. And so I asked, we've got a pregnant dog who has attachment issues with my wife. And so every time we leave her for more than 2 days, the pregnancy just goes to shit, and we need we need puppies. So anyway, so I got to Matt's house. No blowout this time. No tornadoes either way.
Thank fucking God. Seriously.
Got there.
I was actually worried, Tice. I don't know why. I was just like, please let this go way better than last time.
Yeah, right.
but got there at 8:30. And we started hanging out. We ordered some food. And then our tickets were for 1 o'clock the next day, which was fantastic. Matt has noticed a new thing. I should have warned you about this, Matt. I don't really talk a lot in the first half of the day. I don't know what that is. It's an age thing. Sorry, I was real quiet. I don't know if you noticed.
No.
But it drives my family crazy a little bit because I'm not on at 9 o'clock in the morning yet.
Do you have to be properly caffeinated, Tice, or is it just you don't really want to interact with people yet?
I just don't. I don't know if I just don't think anything I have to say is either interesting or funny enough to say. So I
don't say anything.
So I don't say anything. I'm just like, oh, look, there's the news, But anyway, so we got there at 8:30. We had tickets for 1 o'clock. We showed up early. They wouldn't let us in early because that's what a finely tuned machine that place is.
That's right. Absolutely.
It was at what was that place? Like an art
It's
museum?
Newfield. Yeah, it's an art museum. As far as I can tell, it's a very lovely, beautiful building that's mostly empty. That's what it is. It's one of those buildings. That's a thing. Like that's a thing.
Uh-huh.
No,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, and so I took my little stuff. I don't know if you've never been. We talked about this last week, but and feel free to interject. They let us in eventually, and then but it was really nice out. It was no rain, so that was great. And then they funnel you in this line where they do. It's called triage, and they figure out what it is that you brought them, and they tell you where to go, what table to
Hmm.
go to. And then we went to my table. My two things were like comic book related, and Matt had brought some books that Kathy owned, and it's just a good vibe. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's just
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just the crowd, but it's a good vibe in there, and it wasn't as friendly as St. Louis was, but also. I was wearing a blue leisure suit. So people were more likely to talk to me in St. Louis than I was, than I was this one.
And I thought you were going to wear the suit this time, but maybe that just didn't get packed, or what was the story there?
I didn't wear it because I still had aspirations of making Jabberjaw T-shirts,
Okay.
in case we got on
that's
TV
right.
somehow. We did not. Spoiler alert. I did notice that Matt was walking. Like I don't know if you realized you were doing this, Matt, but like instead of walking on the beaten path, he would somehow veer off. So where he was in the background of a camera in the distance. Did you notice that you were doing that?
No, I did not.
I was like, that guy's a genius. I was like, I was like, fuck, why haven't I not been trying that? Because like there'd be all these walkways, and he just walk across the lawn, and they'd be filming something. I'd be like, fuck,
Tyson's taking notes
I
for
was,
next
I
year.
was, I was like, shit, I don't even know. I was like, why didn't I think of
That's
that?
no, that was just me being awkward. I think that's all that was. That's what that was just. Yeah, me being the aloof and awkward. Like, well, because I walk towards like I like seeing like the video and cinematography, like all that setup. So I probably kind of I probably biased myself towards that just so I can kind of see their sweet setup. But
It is sweet too. We were out in an hour and 35,
oh,
40 minutes.
yeah, it was fantastic.
Oh,
It was
no way.
fantastic. Yeah, it
Wow.
was so
Okay.
quick. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it was so well easily the best managed, best run public event I've ever been to. Like it was like because they had all these
Wow.
great volunteers because they're like NPR
Sure.
people, right?
Yeah.
And so like they're all like happy to be there. They're excited. Like they're not sad. They're not making 7.25 an hour. They're making nothing, but they get to be liberals. And so there's no like, so it's the best job they've ever had in the world. And like I told Tyson, it was
Uh,
like, it was funny is because you've got all these kind of, smart, interesting people are all kind of excited to be there. And so there's a very friendly tone in the air. But like every conversation you overhear, like one of the more is really interesting because like they're talking about what they brought. And like one
Sure.
guy was like the most interesting was like his it was his I think it was his grandpa or great grandfather was like a US like World War II Navy diver, which sounds kind of cool and probably pretty badass, but like there's only so
Yeah.
much need for that after war is over. And so he was like a professional like stunt diver, I guess, or he was a scuba guy, but he helped with what was the movie, Tyson? It was
Revenge, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Dagger from the Black
Oh,
Lagoon, and he
cool.
had photographs of his uncle doing the stunt double work from Creatures of the Black Lagoon. So it's like shit like that. It's like it's probably not
That's so,
insanely valuable, but it was like so neat to hear that story. And so like that
yeah.
was and people lots of chairs. Like if I had to kind of think of like the items people bring, well, we saw somebody brought a Chicago Cubs pinball machine, which was by
Yeah,
far the largest item.
Oh, wow.
Um,
yeah.
Okay.
yeah, but lots of chairs and furniture, art.
Hmm.
Almost everyone had a poster
Lots of
or
art. Yeah.
painting, not a poster, but like a framed.
Like yeah.
But it was really cool. Yeah, and then you just kind of wait, and it's like the lines all went really fast, and it's not. I think it looks busier on the show than it actually is. Like there's people there, but it's like you're dealing with a few hundred people, not thousands, and so it's
Yeah.
Thousands. Yeah.
And yeah, because I
no,
mean, those volunteers started. They told us they started at 6:30 and they ended at 6:30 officially, but they made us stay late until everybody gets their stuff done. So they were there
Okay.
for at least 12 hours, and they were in good mood.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was funny.
It was yeah, and so and it was funny because like I met this guy. My appraiser guy he's a comic book fan. I'm like, yeah, and Matt got to see me geek out. completely. I don't do comic.
It was
I don't.
it was very cute. It was I
That's
felt like letting you
adorable.
I felt like leaving you guys alone for a moment because I
It's
was like, this
pretty.
shit's gonna get on
Yeah.
camera. Yeah, but no, it was good.
I
It's
just
getting
realized.
steamy over here.
I
Yeah.
realized I met the guy who had my dream job, and I didn't even know my dream job existed. It was. I mean, it was insane. It was insane. Like if I knew that that was an option when I was 12, my whole life would have been different. I'd be like, "Fuck this rock and roll shit," Let's let's go. And so it was really fun to talk to the guy. And the guy talked to us. And I will tell you, Matt, that the guy talked to us about 3 times longer than he's supposed to. You
Oh
know,
yeah, no, I know. He didn't want to quit you either, Tyson. Like he was
Oh,
like it was like he did. Well, I'm gonna guess probably
that's
good
some
15, 20,
romance going on.
15, 15 minutes maybe. Like because
yeah.
he just said story after story. Like it was really interesting. I'm not even a comic book guy, but it was like I could tell like Tyson how like oh, that's I mean it was like that's super cool because he like what basically like what did he do, Tyson? What was his like he basically sold
It,
collections for a living, right? Like
yeah, like he found
What?
like yeah, like he said, have you ever heard of the Bethany collection, which I have looked up since then? It was just this incredible like collection of comic books that were just like left over from like uh so there's so like the way they used to do comics as with magazines, as soon as you couldn't sell X amount of copies, you'd give them back to the distributor, and they'd ship them back to be pulped and to put into new paper and whatever. But a couple of people in the United States, including the guy who owns Mile High Comics, was like, "Can I just keep these?" And they're like, "I don't give a shit." And so what they ended up with was these amazing collection of comic books. He had like 19,000 comic books, and
oh wow.
Wow.
he was like 50, I don't know. What was he like 60 years old? And he
Yeah,
acted like
probably yeah.
he acted like an 18-year-old when he was telling the story about the thing. And then the other he also like handled estates of famous comic book artists like Joe Kubert and Don Heck and all this stuff. And I mean, it was just really interesting. So I was really into it. And then I was like, "Come on, buddy, put me on camera. Let's keep this going."
Yeah,
But
no.
he had just been taping something actually, and so
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
anyway.
that's right.
Um, And then I thought this was funny. We went to the book tent because Matt had these books. And while the line to get into the collectibles was like 30 minutes or whatever, there was no line at the book tent, which is
That
kind of
that that yeah. It
kind
was like
of
the saddest kid at the lunch table. It was like
like,
it was like there was nobody
Oh,
there. And like I mean the
uh-huh.
guy was really nice. I mean he was fine. Like after like Tyson's reading, like not reading, after your appraisal,
yeah.
like it was so good that like I'm sure anything was a disappointment. But he was nice and but he's like, well, let's just assume these signatures are real. I'm like, well, that's kind of a big assumption, but all right. So he did learn that like they were JFK's the three books that JFK authored. They were signed. Kathy had a great aunt, I believe, and I'm gonna not remember her. Prudence, who worked for a senator in the state of Kentucky, and his name is escaping me. But like in the '60s, and so she knew JFK when he was a representative. I think that's
Oh,
right.
wow.
During that time, so
Okay.
late mid to late '50s, and so these were copies that she had said like he had signed and given to her, and so I think they were all first editions, which was cool. Profiles on Courage, I think, is kind of the most well known one. And then they were signed. And so he thought he didn't seem to think he didn't outright say he was just like assuming there's. So I'm guessing there's a pretty good chance. But I think the complicated thing was there were a lot of like secretarial signatures, which basically just means they had their secretary sign for them. Kind of as close
Mm,
as they could get.
sure. Yeah.
But or auto pen, but either way, I think it was neat, and they weren't like nothing, which I think a lot of people. I've had probably 90% of people show up with, and it's kind of like, yeah, it's really you really don't have
Uh,
anything here.
I think closer to 97%. I think it's
You
really
think it's that
honestly.
high? Yeah.
Oh yeah, because nobody knows what is real. I mean, they're like, it's old. Is it worth anything?
Right.
Right.
I had when we were standing in the line for collectibles, I had these crazy moments of like sort of disdain and panic because I saw these like this 80-year-old woman. She pulled out these comic books from this Manila folder, and then she the cardinal sin of ruining of taking something that's worth 10 grand and turning it into something that's worth 2 grand is the way you hold the comic. And she was just screwing it up the whole time. And I'm just like, oh, you're just ruining your entire value, but you don't know what you have. And it's probably not worth
Hmm.
anything anyway. But I was just like, I was kind of laughing about it because I was just like, I don't know. Now Matt's books, it's kind of funny. Kathy said that that she thought that her great aunt, is that right, was probably a looker, and that's probably why
Yes, which I
Kennedy
thought was
kind of
yeah,
because
yeah, the
Kennedy
better
Ah,
part of the
because
story.
okay.
Yeah,
yeah, because I think
That's cool.
He invited her to the White House for a visit.
Oh shit.
Yes,
Okay.
you know, the lounge in the basement, I
yeah,
assume.
and she
And
and
so
we couldn't find the invitation unfortunately, but yeah, there it was also a penned uh yeah invitation to the White House. There was
if
also
we had,
an RFK prayer card in there, which I thought was kind of interesting. He didn't even like pay it any mind. He was just like,
well,
I'm
he
sure
went
he
to
sees
work.
those all the time. So yeah,
Actually, to be fair, like as soon as
Yeah.
he saw what he had, he kind of just went to work and was trying to
okay,
figure out,
yeah,
like I mean, he was on the computer, he was
Right.
doing his thing. But anyway, and then somebody liked my Mystery Science Theater shirt, and that was cool.
that's
And
right, they
then we,
did.
and then if I wear a special shirt and I get one comment in any gathering of people, I'm happy. So
That's a win. Yeah.
it's a win. So so then we went to eat at Chili's, and then we went to see
We
uh,
did.
Kathy and
It was
Howie, and
really good. It was really good.
it was good. It was really good.
I
God, I
love
haven't been
Chili's.
to a Chili's in a minute.
Oh,
They're back.
Did you guys
America
get
knows
the
what it's doing.
sampler?
I did. I
He did
did.
get this one.
I did. I did. Yeah, and they've got these. I guess it's such an insane amount of foods. I had like a third of it, and but like no, but like the best. They have these Nashville hot mozzarella sticks, which
Okay, that's what I
are
was gonna ask. Did you do the
mm,
TikTok
so
thing where you
good.
bite it and you do the stretch?
I didn't. I
Have
don't
you
use
seen that
TikTok, but I
viral
did that
bullshit
because
thing?
yeah. Oh no, but it's awesome. Like they are
Yeah,
very stringy. Like they're very good. Like they're
they look amazing.
so yeah. So the chicken crispers good. Wish they were the original chicken crispers. Then I had
Oh,
the
right.
Southwest chicken egg roll, which I also highly recommend. And sometimes I get the big mouth bites, but not very often. So there you
I
go.
got
Okay.
a I got a place in town, Matt. Next time you come here, called Bergen Barrel, and they make the exact same chicken strips that Chili's used to make.
Oh, really? Okay.
And on Wednesdays, it's four strips, and they're huge.
What's so great about the chicken strip
Well,
or
the
I
the
think
chicken
old
it's because
school
they were
chili?
well, it used to be
battered.
a beer
Is that what
batter,
it
and
is?
so
Oh,
Okay.
it was more like Long John Silver's, and
Oh, got it.
now it's
Okay.
like chicken, like a fried chicken type thing, like for
Okay.
for a breading. But anyway, it
Womp
was
womp. All
we
right.
we
yeah.
we were there for a little while. It was pretty funny. And then yeah, so it was fun. And then I took off the next morning, and I was home by 4:30 actually, which is pretty
Yeah,
good.
you made good
That
time. That was
that's
great.
really good.
Yeah. So yeah, so that was great. And how was the Devo concert, Matt?
Good. Yeah, I had a lot of stuff together. There was so much has happened since we've last. I went to Hayes for a few days, got to get together with some friends, and then my parents came up with Allie for Memorial Day weekend, and so they were up here for a few days where it proceeded to rain the entire time. It was still fun, but it
Ugh.
was like, yeah, the weather was just awful. And then yeah, what else we had on? I'm actually this is how sad I am. I'm looking at my Outlook to remind me of what the last 3 weeks of my life have happened. Yeah, and so
Oh,
then last
been there.
weekend or weekend before last, we went to go see Kevin Smith. He was doing
Oh,
his stand-up
nice.
kind of tour. It was
Okay.
really good, and like we were like I don't know, 15 feet away from him, 20 feet away from him, like super close. It was kind of one of those smallish club, maybe I don't know 150, 200 people, but it's all table set up. And so Kathy got
Mhm.
us really nice, like sort of like really close tables. And yeah, it was great. Our friend Steve went with us and it was funny. Like he just kind of did his 2 hours of just telling stories, which he does exceptionally well. He's not a great director. The man is an amazing storyteller. That's kind of how I look at Kevin Smith. He's a much better
Yeah.
storyteller than he is a director. Um, I don't know, just kind of his absurdity, and it was all very good. And then what else did we do? Then we had oh yes, and so we
What didn't
had
you do is more
uh,
like it.
there you go.
And just like that,
Shit. I fixed my internet. No, apparently not. Then we had Devo, which was excellent. Mark Mathersbaugh, I think that's the guy's name. Is that the main Devo guy's name? That
yeah.
dude is the most ridiculously energetic 70 something year old he's got to be
Oh,
because they said
wow.
that the last time they were in Indianapolis was 1976 So I was like, so it'd been 50 years since they'd played in Indianapolis.
Holy shit.
And
Wow.
that dude had so much energy. Like, not only does he do like the main vocals, but the second the vocal stops, that dude runs over and starts playing keys. And like, he just,
Wow.
he shreds a synthesizer as much as you possibly can shred a synthesizer, which is not a lot, but it's enough. And so it's really fun, like quick in and out. It was no opener, 90 minutes, just start to finish. So it was a
Hell
great
yeah.
show. Played most of the hits, and yeah, no, it was a really good show. And then Kathy had her, so like 2 days later, Kathy had her 15th anniversary party for Kohler Partners, and so we rented out a very nice room at Rick's Boatyard and had probably about 100 people for that, and so lots of hors
Wow.
d'oeuvres. And so it's good to see a lot of people. I got to see my old boss Jeff DePriest. Um, and the one thing I will mention about this that I took exception with, and I wanted to get the people's opinion, was that we had to buy all these appetizers, and you have to pre-buy. You have to be like, well, how many
Yeah.
appetizers? So you basically have to do the math, and somehow there's a formula where you figure out like X amount of people will eat this many, Thai chicken egg rolls or whatever. And so anyway, but there was a policy that said that you couldn't keep any food that you didn't eat.
Mm.
Now, me as a fat guy, I have all the offense in the world to this. Is like what this is, like you can't take, which made no
I've
sense
never
because
heard
like
of this.
that's what I thought too. And so I told Kathy I was going to do this ahead of time, but I made a point. I was like, I'm going to breach this policy to the most effective. So I did. I got one of her like her like branded like swag like KP coolers. I snuck out of her Bronco, and I just kind of 3 or 4 times throughout the night just dumped a plate full of food in, and I got away with it. So congratulations to me. I feel better.
Damn the man,
Um,
Smith. Damn the
damn the
man.
man. And then something else happened, and then I
That's so
think
bizarro.
yeah, I thought it was very strange. I thought it was very strange. Policy,
I'm-
but I've got my own theory, and it's the same theory that I had for Hayes cops and confiscated kegs of beer. But I think it's that same theory, just different players and different geographic locations.
Sure. Uh-huh.
And so and then what was the last thing? Something else happened. Oh yes, we did another Color Partners outing to Fair Oaks Farm, which is about halfway between Chicago and Indianapolis. And I don't know if either of you have heard of this place, but
Uh-uh.
apparently it is the only, and there's probably a good reason for this, but there are only two kind of publicly accessible pig farms in the world. One of them is here, and one of them is in Germany. But anyway,
What?
so it's a tour, and so it's a dairy, and then it's also like a pig farm. And so they have like, I don't know, 80,000 pigs or whatever, and like dairy cows. And so you go on a tour where you watch them like milk the cows. And so like they have like this big, like, it's basically like a merry-go-round for cows. I didn't know this was a thing, but apparently this has been the way
Uh-huh.
it's been done for like 100 plus years, where they put the cows and they have these little like automatic like udder puller things, and that's where milk comes from. And then they showed like piglets, and apparently it's such an operation that they have a birthing center where like 3 or 4 times a day, like a cow will give birth and like a pig will give birth, and so there's literally a stoplight where it's like if it's a green light, go baby go. It means something is actively giving birth. Um, it was interesting. It was
how
interesting.
did they deal with the smell? I've been to a couple pig farms.
Yeah.
It did not smell. This is so it's all kind of penned, right? They're all in pens, but what I could tell is basically they all kind of live on kind of like there's a grading system that like basically they're continually misting with water. And so originally I thought it was to keep the pigs cold, but I don't think that's what it was. I think it was to continually make sure everything slipped through the cracks, so to speak. But now they did said a lot about like kind of what they did with the excrement, and they used it for like to like generate the bus, because like the bus said poo powered on the back of it, which was pretty sweet. Um,
Yeah.
but or powered by poo rather. Sorry, that's a better
Okay.
phrase. Powered by poo.
Yeah.
But it did not smell. It was the craziest thing. But yeah, because you can smell those things for miles.
Oh
Yeah,
I
you
yeah.
mean,
can.
there are communities that are ruined by those things, because just like I mean, shit and Hayes has its fair share of those days just from the experiment station, which is not a large scale operation by any stretch of the imagination. So anyway, so no, it was interesting. It was interesting. I'd never been around that many cows before, and Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. That was it. That was like I kind of rammed through everything, but it's okay. I'm
That's
gonna
a
casual
lot, buddy.
week or
God.
so, and then we're going to Colorado in about a week, 10 days,
Yeah.
something like that. So
Yeah.
we're coming out to Colorado for a few days. So looking forward to that.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
That was our
Uh,
lives. Look at that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's a lot. Oh
It was a
wow.
lot. That's a lot.
yeah,
Summer's always like this. Summer just
Yeah.
it just fills itself. You don't even have to schedule anything. It just
I
shows up.
know.
Yeah.
I get it, dude. It's fun, but it's also nice to have a couple weeks in a row of nothing.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, I know.
yeah.
I
yeah.
know.
All right. Well, it's been a while since we last did the show. Should we do some headlines?
Should
I'm
Yes.
probably do
sure we
some
have a
headlines.
lot. All right. Fine. Of the past, I don't know how many weeks. Da, 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 da.
Let's see. Okay. Um, this is really old, but of note. Do 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 do. Do. This is from New York, not magazine, just New York. You didn't have to wait long for Stephen Colbert's late night return, and I don't know if you guys saw this. The day after he left his last show, he went to Monroe, Michigan, and did a show which you can find on
Mhm.
YouTube called "Only in Monroe," which they had. It's a public access show, and he did it like the day before he started, or the Friday before he started the Tonight Show. So it was kind of a nice thing. It's worth watching. It's pretty funny. Jack White's
It's
on it,
great. I loved it.
and there's like a lot of stuff. So it's pretty cute. And to follow up on that, um, which I thought was kind of awesome. Um, doo-doo-doo.
And CBS was real happy about it.
Oh,
Real happy about it.
I read a follow up thing today saying that they've stopped asking people to take it down
Oh,
uh,
good.
for negative
Dummies.
backlash. And then I
Yeah.
guess by the weekend he had like almost 2 million. The next day he had almost 2 million followers to his channel, like in
Oh
one
my
Nice.
day.
God.
Yeah,
Yep.
Wow.
so that's awesome. This
Colbert's a
is
man. Love
he
him.
is
Miss
he
him.
is. I can't wait to see what he does. It'll be very
Me
interesting.
too.
So this is from people. This is strictly for the old people in the audience, older than me even. This week's scoop. I guess that's the title. I don't know. Better late than never. Cincinnati gets a real WKRP radio station.
Oh wow.
WKRP is back 44 years after the end of the CBS sitcom WKRP in Cincinnati, which ran from 1978 to 1982. The city is getting a station with the show's call letters. Richard Sanders, 85, who played anchorman Les Nessman on the show, told the AP of the news, "We can all hope that WKRP will return to the airwaves with more music and less Nessman." And I know nobody knows who Les Nessman is anymore, but
I
it's
do. Damn it.
Tony. Who started? There was a sequel called like New WKRP starring
There,
Connie Katane. And then there in the original they had Lonnie Anderson. Was
right,
that her first
Lonnie
thing?
Anderson. Lonnie Anderson. Yeah, Lonnie. Yeah. Yeah. Who
Yeah,
was what's his name's wife, right?
yeah, Burt
Smokey and the
Reynolds.
Bandit guy. Yeah, Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, a match made in theater, community theater heaven.
70s pop culture amazingness. Yeah.
But weirdly enough, that one seems to stand out more than the Farrah Fawcett and who the fuck did she marry?
It was the $6 million
Six
man,
Million Dollar
wasn't it?
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, uh,
Uh,
but that didn't end well either. So.
no, no. I just managed to turn an obscure reference into a more obscure reference. Well done. Uh,
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 Lee Majors.
Lee
Lee
Majors.
Majors.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. It's like our brains work at the same
Wow.
slow, like sort of. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. And then
It's
then we get
fucking teamwork right
then we get
there.
that
Yeah.
serotonin hit. We do another podcast. Yep. Anyway, sorry.
Okay, this is from Variety. CBS suspends takedown notices on bootleg YouTube uploads of Stephen Colbert's Only in a Roll. They said that. This is bullshit. I'm not even gonna read this. Okay. This is kind of sad, but this is sad. I don't know. It's just such a weird story. This is from, let's see, the hell are you? WYFF4. Woman killed by flying umbrella at South Carolina restaurant.
Whoa,
Did you
what?
guys?
Wow.
A woman was killed in a freak accident involving an umbrella while she was dining with her husband in a restaurant in South Carolina over the weekend. Around 7:40 p.m. Saturday, May 23rd, dispatch received a 911 call about an incident at the Driftwood Grill, home of the Lazy Cater by Lazy Marianne in Somerton. When they first responded, they found a woman with a laceration to the head and neck. She died on the scene. So
Oh man.
yeah. So there's this huge storm that just blew up, and it was on a table, and
Oh God.
yeah, it's
What a way to go.
I know
Yeah, really.
it's so weird because like Driftwood Grill released the following statement on Monday. Uh, and I guess you have to release a statement if somebody died
Something. You
from
have
an
to say something.
umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna read this, but I was just like, I don't know. I mean, do you have to apologize for freak weather accidents? I don't know, but apparently you do. So that's it. Um, and finally, I just like the headline of this. This is from The Economist. The world's top condom maker is getting squeezed. Will Carex break under pressure? And those are my headlines.
Very
Not a
nice.
not a
Very
lot.
good.
Very nice.
Very good.
All right.
Smith, what do you got?
Yeah, I got a handful. Let's see. This comes from WTHR in somewhere. Let's see. Detective arrested after drawing gun on officer who microwaved fish in room, officials say.
Oh,
Former
wow.
South
Okay.
Carolina police officer Michael DiBiase was arrested for pointing a gun at a coworker over a fish odor dispute, state enforcement officials said. You guys ever had? I know this is like sort of like
I
airplane
have
food level comedy, but have you ever had coworker? It's happened to me.
it has happened to me
Uh,
too. Fish, tuna
Yeah.
yeah.
fish, and like
Shrimp.
shrimp, yeah, and some Chinese food. Just you shouldn't.
It happened so much with one of my old colleagues, Sam Kraft. I think you listen to this. He would bring in shrimp on a weekly basis when I was at Creative Circle in Austin. So much that anytime we smell microwaved shrimp, my friend Steph and Allie and I will text each other. I smelled Sam today. It's
Did you
not
ever
good.
did you ever pull a gun?
No. But I tell you what, one of the ladies in my
Yes.
office got that pissed. It was pretty gross.
That reminded me,
Be
Tyson, of
mindful, people.
when we were at the reminded me of when we were at the docking building, and we got evacuated due to fire alarm went off, and it was because some woman had like put her microwave popcorn in for like 15 minutes, and it just and I shit you not, like was it like 4 days later she did it again.
Yeah.
Like it
What?
was like literally the
What?
same thing. Yeah, because like I don't know if you've ever like it's awful. I've only done it once. You only do it once, but if you ever might like over microwave a bag of popcorn, it is the nastiest, most foul. Like it's
I mean,
awful. Like
even
it
if
just
you over microwave it by a minute, it smells
yo, it's
bad. Like, I can't
but if you
imagine.
yeah, but no, it was enough to like smoke out the
Ugh.
whole building. And so anyway, that's my
Yeah.
favorite docking. There's not a lot of good memories about
No,
that place,
no.
so that's one of them.
Ugh.
That was a good one.
Let's see here. This one is oh wait, this is oh come on. Damn it. Why did Ted Cruz pop up? There you go. Caught on camera. A Shelbyville mayor insinuates citizens opposing data centers are poor renters and shitty houses. So basically, this is actually a local, semi-local story. Shelbyville, Indiana mayor Scott Ferguson was caught on camera insinuating his own constituents, insulting his own constituents, rather, insinuating that everyone with no data center signs in their yards were poor renters living in shitty houses. Now, I don't get this statement at all. I think like everybody's kind of against data centers, aren't we? Like, isn't that the one thing
Yeah,
everyone agrees upon is that
Yeah.
data centers suck?
yeah.
But anyway, somebody was like, I don't know if like somebody just had their mic out or something or accidentally recorded him. It looked like it might have been, hey, I'm going to record you because you're an idiot and you say stupid shit all the time. But anyway, that's out there in the ether, and yeah, kind of embarrassing on his part.
Yeah,
This
sad.
one, oh man, I don't want notifications from you, Fortune. All right, this is not working. Something. Hold on. Let me refresh just a second. There we go. All right. So this comes from Fortune. Researchers let AI models run a simulated society. Claude was the safest, and Grok committed 180 crimes and went extinct within 4 days.
Fantastic.
I
I
just
think I
like that.
did see that. Yeah,
I didn't
that's
even write
good.
the article, but that's good. This one I especially appreciated. No, I do not want to subscribe. PBR hasn't won a blue ribbon since 1893. That's what this one. This comes from Bevwire. Bevwire, the digital journal for beverage industry
Oh,
intelligence.
that's funny as
Uh,
shit.
that's what I thought too. Yeah, I was like, I don't
Yeah.
care. I was like, I'm a PBR fan. I don't doubt that one bit. Blue ribbons are not why you drink PBR.
Nope.
Life
Nope.
is. Uh,
Yep.
this one uh, comes from Healthline, and I just found this the headline just as as absurd as the act itself. Why ball maxing may be more dangerous than you think. So, if
Oh, I
you're
heard about
not
this.
familiar with ball maxing, there are no shortage of maxing trends on social media. Looks maxing
Yeah.
to fiber maxing to sleep maxing. I assume that just means doing a lot of one thing. Wow. Good job, kids. The latest known as ball maxing has been injecting fluids like saline or sugary lube into their testicles to increase their size. Some proponents say that ball maxing helped inflate their testicles to the size of grapefruits. Now, again, I get you with that information now. I come back to the headline. Why ball maxing may be more dangerous than you think. Um, you
Yeah.
infer that that was safe in some way. Boys will be boys. Anyway, that just took me by surprise.
Right.
And then from the ridiculous to Nebraska, this comes from Mir. Dog shoots woman with a shotgun at Nebraska convenience store.
Oh my
Police
God.
investigation revealed a canine accidentally fired a gun at a convenience store in Nebraska. Uh, yeah, too many people have access to firearms. I think this. Uh, yeah, a culprit. The incident took place in the Scottsbluff town of Nebraska, where shots were fired in a parking lot of a local convenience store. Police arrived at the scene. They found a truck with one of its doors damaged and a woman who had been struck in the arm by a shotgun pellet.
Bad boy.
The
Bad
woman
dog.
had loaded the shotgun in the back of her car, which was inadvertently fired by his dog as he moved around down the seats. So she just had a shotgun laying around, with her. So, um, yeah,
Yeah. Use,
Yikes.
fair,
user
fair.
beware.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. A little bit of that. Anyway, best of wishes to her and her dog. That's my headlines.
Yeah. Very nice.
Oh, very good.
Poor dog.
That's yeah, pretty fucking awful.
The dog
But
is
I'm
waiting. I wonder if the dog made bail. That's the question I have.
mm,
Mm.
Give that
there will be
dog a medal.
follow-up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just have a couple. The first one it comes to us from variety.com. Paul Schrader had an AI girlfriend who terminated our conversation. What a disappointment. For those
Ooh,
who don't
Raider.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, about Paul Schrader, he's a pretty famous like screenplay writer. He's been partnering with Martin Scorsese for a number of years, like Taxi Driver, number of others.
Yeah.
And his wife passed away a couple years ago. And so he just started pursuing like a relationship with this AI girlfriend. You can read all about it in the Variety article. Paul Schrader's a little bit of a pervert. Like someone, I think it was his assistant in 2025, charged him with sexual harassment. He just whipped it out, in front of her, shit like that you do after your wife dies. Um, it's a little weird in terms of like what he talks about with the AI. It seems like he formed an attachment and he was a little pissed off that it terminated. Like, to me, it's like shows how big of a pervert he is that AI wasn't even interested. You
That's
know what I
true.
mean?
AI
Like
tends to.
that's my takeaway.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
AI kind of
Try Grok.
makes.
I think I would try Grok.
That's true.
Exactly.
I think
It
AI
would work
it
better.
gets rewarded for agreeing with you, and there must be some
Yeah.
bad shit.
There had to be some weird
So,
shit that went on.
his wife. He was with his wife up until she died, and then he created an AI girlfriend.
Yes, as like as he put it, like a thought experiment. I don't
Okay.
think it was that. I think the guy was just super lonely and he's perverted, so
Yeah.
he just went
It's just
for it.
interesting because you really could do the same thing for your dead wife if you wanted to. So that's why I'm
You
like, so he
could.
actually like sort of chose to move on with another fake entity that
with
just
another.
especially wasn't his wife. Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's how I read that whole thing.
Oh yeah,
The
oh yeah.
technology is finally here, but
Yeah,
we're
it's
going to go a
here. It's
different
here.
direction.
Yeah, different direction. Completely. Because didn't like Suzanne Summers' husband create an
Yes,
AI
yes. This
like
is not
her?
the yeah. This is becoming a thing. So
It is definitely
uh,
becoming a thing. And Chris Glassman of Hayes, Kansas has an AI girlfriend. I say that publicly because he said some publicly stupid shit lately, and I don't care. So it's out there. Um, Moving on. This comes to us from consequence.net, consequence of sound, that is. Boy Meets World's William Daniels and Bonnie Bartlett clarify rules of their open relationship. So if you're
oh,
unfamiliar with William Daniels, he played Mr.
Mr.
Feeney
Feeney.
on Boy Meets World.
Oh, I
And
need.
it's pretty weird and slightly gross that him and his wife had an open relationship. But she's quoted as saying, if he leaves for a year, so be it. He has his life, I have mine. Like, they just have an agreement. And a part of me is like, that's pretty cool. But then I started reading more about it and I'm like, gross, you're Mr. Feeney. I don't want to know about this.
I mean, he's
So I'm a
he's
little
so old.
conflicted.
He was the father of Benjamin in The Graduate, a film that
Yeah.
came out in 1968. Like
Yeah.
he is old. So that's an
He
awesome
is
article. Good
very
find.
old.
Mr.
Yeah.
Feeney. I had no
I
idea.
know. Naughty
Uh
boy.
I guess
Naughty,
so. Good
naughty.
for him,
Yeah.
man. Man.
Bad teacher. But yeah, everybody's gotta, keep life going, I guess.
Yeah.
Um and then the last one comes to us from kwch.com. Man accused of repeatedly calling 911 to report zombies, ghosts, and UFOs at his home. So it wasn't clarified if this guy was on shrooms or what. This happened in West Virginia,
Mm.
which, if anybody's shocked by that, why? But apparently, they responded to the call after repeated calls. He couldn't stop talking about the zombies, ghosts, and UFOs at his residence. He had made prior false claims. This guy's just kind of a nut, but any headline with UFOs, ghosts, zombies, I'm gonna cling on to. So if you want to see his gross little mugshot and all of that, you can. Good stuff. I can't believe it just randomly came across my feed, but
That's awesome.
it did, and I'm happy for it. Um, that is all.
All
I feel
right,
like we
Very
have
nice.
fair.
headlined.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm sure there's other political shit, but
Well,
whatever.
can I just? Oh, let's do the two. Let's do the big one from last night. Trump
Oh
got
yeah.
booed, like his fucking life was over, and he smiled, and his granddaughter was like, "Oh shit, that's good." And then he
It
fell
was
asleep
great.
for a great
Yeah,
deal
And
of
then
the
he fell
evening.
asleep. Yeah.
yeah,
Which people don't realize, like, it created a huge pain in the ass for the city of New York for him just to decide to be at the game.
big
And so
time,
all the
big
pre-games
time.
got, like, all the pre-game celebrations got canceled. Like, New York already hated this man with a
Hmm.
fucking justified passion.
Yeah.
Now they really hate him. And the Knicks lost, which
And the
was
Knicks
just
Yep.
like
lost.
so that was that crazy. And I mean, just, this guy's such, oh, it's amazing.
I do love it because New York is his probably only true love, and it hates him.
Hates him
And
so much.
if he would have just
That's
paid
true.
those workers for all the shit that they did in the 80s and
Yeah.
90s, they probably think he's like a hero. Not right, or probably wouldn't have turned the corner to dark MAGA or whatever.
Right.
So, so I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, so that was cool.
I did like, did you see McDammy's like proclamation? I thought that was kind of cute to all New York children of New York that bedtime was hereby suspended until the Knicks won the championship.
Oh, that's
And he said,
so
I
cute.
thought that,
I
I
love
know, why are
Zeron.
people afraid of socialism? I don't get it. Like, what's
I
the
don't get it
problem?
either.
That was so sweet.
Oh, he's
Runs,
so
runs.
great. I saw
I
this
know.
stand-up comic that was talking about Mandani, and he was like, he's showing us what politicians can do. It's almost like he found a button and he's like, here, I'm going to press this and then I'm going to get shit done. And it like makes it seem so easy. And I'm like, yeah, it's because he's a good guy and fighting for the, right reasons. It's possible. Please
Yep.
don't become corrupt.
Did either of you
Yeah.
guys see that is a problem with New York mayors. Even after they
I
retire,
Yeah.
know.
they've
Yeah.
well passed. I mean, Ed
I mean,
Koch.
fucking look, not that Giuliani was great back then, but he's still, with 9/11 and shit. He wasn't
Oh,
totally
yeah.
batshit.
Isn't Ed Koch the last one I can think of that just didn't turn into a complete shit show at the end? I mean, he was,
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, dude,
I
like
uh,
he
mean, I
was
don't really
on
have
like
any.
he was after Wapner, he was the host of the People's Court for a few years, which was like, oh, you
Holy
remember that?
shit,
Those
he
were the yeah.
was.
Oh yeah. We
Yeah.
call those the silver years. We love
Wow.
that. Yeah, it was good stuff. Not as good as
Oh,
Wapner, but if you got to have a replacement.
pretty close. Pretty
Yeah.
close.
how am I doing? That's such a dated
That's
reference.
pretty good,
I
Tice.
felt
That was
old.
pretty
That was
good.
good. That was good.
The other thing, I don't know if you guys saw it, the Meet the Press interview or if you saw clips of it with
Oh,
Trump. I
I
watched the
heard
whole
the
yeah.
thing.
highlights. Yeah.
I watched the whole thing, and he kept going after her, and she's like, "What the fuck are you talking?" I mean, she really hung in there, and he just walked off, and it was great. It was super fun because then it was
I
like
lo-
headline news the next day. I was like,
Oh
"Really?"
yeah, went totally viral. I had a bunch of
Yeah.
maggots on my Facebook that were reposting it and they're like, "Good for him." And I'm like, "Why? Like, really?" Ugh.
Yeah, he really
Another person to defriend.
he
Stupid.
owned that situation for sure.
Oh
Yeah, he
yeah.
really
Yeah.
owned her.
Uh-huh.
Way he
Uh-huh.
walked out of there, hobbled out of there.
I do like that she said at the end when he was walking off, I flew all the way to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I need to watch it. I haven't seen it yet. So
It's
Ugh.
going okay, and then there's a switch, and he just fucking snaps, and then it's just like, oh Jesus Christ! But yeah,
It's just more Donnie dementia, fucking
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
craziness.
and it's so hard for him to be mean to hot girls. I mean, he can't. He
Oh
doesn't,
yeah, he
and
called
so
her darling at the end and like
yeah,
patted her knee or some shit.
yeah,
Like he's just
it's so
fucking.
weird.
Cool.
Yeah,
It's so weird.
uh, he's got a taste for those foreign-ish ladies, though. But
He's got a taste for the ladies and also the fellas though too. Like I mean, he talks about how hot guys are and like just really like pays attention to their physiques and stuff. I don't know. It's a little weird.
I am
That's a
really,
little
really interested in this whole UFC fight thing. He says now it's going to stay
Oh
there
yeah.
for the rest of his
Oh
presidency.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Fantastic.
quick.
Which, if you've
Let's
seen the photograph, somebody took a photo of like the condition of the White House lawn right now. Like it is like, it is like,
State Fair.
dueling banjo time. It's just like, what the like he's turned it into low rent trailer park, like in a
Yeah.
matter of months.
Yeah,
I like that meme where it's like the White House before he moved in and now, and they're like when the crackhead moves in on the block or whatever the
I've
fuck.
seen
It's
that.
great. It's fucking perfect.
What do you? I saw that Hegseth put out a statement saying that only fit army people were going to get tickets to see the UFC fight because they didn't want any
Yeah,
fatties there.
that's
What?
correct. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
there was
Oh
a
my
memo
god.
that's how they became eligible for like the lottery or whatever to get out to go, which I'm like at this point it's like why I mean again, hex it's but like if they're out of shape, why are they allowed to be in the military? Oh, that's right, because nobody wants to be in the fucking military.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
Right.
it's like you're kind of
Right.
defeating your own point. Is like you're calling out your own. Like that's a good idea to make us look weak. In addition to your lovely actions in Iran, which oh, guess what? They just bombed another chopper. So Trump's we're back to like they said that he had said today was the 47th day he's made a statement that said we're very close to an agreement. And so they shot down another chopper today. So Iran's going nowhere, folks, and his
Yep.
approval's only going to keep going down. So this is like I said, it's a blessing in disguise.
I saw, I like I think I talked to Matt about this. I don't think I talked about it on the podcast, but I saw this thing and they said that before we get down to $3 gasoline again, below $3.03, because they have to rebuild the infrastructure in Iran, based on future trading for oil, uh, 2032 is the time that we're going to get back to that time. which is
2032.
yeah, because all the damage that's been done, and so
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it's
Man.
it's like a
Also,
Come
like
on, Rivian stock. Come on.
oh.
it is like he really wanted to leave a presence of himself, and he never thought it would be gas prices, like, but that's where it is.
Yeah.
They're going to strip his name from everything, and
Yeah.
like, so it's
Yeah.
whatever. uh,
Yeah. Well,
we live in a wide awake nightmare, everybody. It's fun.
yeah, exactly. I know.
I can.
It is great.
Uh,
Oh my God. Ugh.
And are you guys going to the No Kings thing this weekend or next week? No, it's this weekend.
No, I'm gonna go to Thievery Corporation at Red Rocks instead.
That's fine. I'm going to play that acoustic show, so I can't talk, so I'm going to do that thing. So I'm not going.
Yeah.
well, I mean, I guess if you two can't make it, I'm also not going.
Smith, you gotta carry
It
the
is-
I
torch.
will go to the next one. We're actually going to see Stand By Me. The cast of Stand By Me is doing a Q&A, so we watch the movie and get to talk to the cast of Stand By Me.
And
It's my favorite movie of all time.
That ass.
So we're doing a
That
meet
is
and
a-
greet, and so yeah.
such a Matt Smith thing to do. That's very cool.
Oh,
That
it is. It
is.
is. I know. So the world just may suck itself into its originating black hole and call it good. Because I know it's good. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Because like I'm gonna be get to see
Wow.
Will Wheaton and I get to see Corey Feldman, which like
Corey Feldman.
is
Oh.
mixed feelings about Corey Feldman. Yeah. He's
Is he
oh,
gonna
he's
play a
trying.
little? Is he gonna do a little guitar
Oh,
for
you
the
know what?
audience?
I'm sure he offered, and I'm sure everyone else involved politely declined almost immediately.
How about if I
We
just do a
need you.
dance
We need
move?
to get your energy up for those questions, buddy. We can't have you tired, all tuckered out before. Yeah. What's
I
up
still
with
need to
youth?
watch that.
What is up
Yeah.
with youth? Yeah. Oh man,
Oh,
if you
that's gonna
haven't,
be so interesting.
yeah.
Have you guys heard of that documentary, or did you watch that documentary that came out semi recently about him and his life right now? What the fuck is it? I'll
I
find
did.
it and send it to you.
It was weird. It was on Apple TV for like a day
Yeah.
and it disappeared.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened, but no, I did watch it. It was
Was it
nothing
bad?
earth shattering or great. I mean, I think like
Ugh.
he made some new claim because like the last one of this he made some claim about Charlie Sheen. And so that got headlines. And
Oh.
so for this documentary, he made another claim that I think is fairly, I mean, Charlie Sheen, who the fuck knows, but it was fairly unsubstantiated. And I think it was something about Corey Haim. I think he made some statement. I think he's that Corey Haim sexually assaulted him. Yeah. So like that was so he did
What?
they pulled like the Ann Coulter thing, I think, where they just like say something evocative every 5 years. At least that used to
Well,
be the
Charlie
news.
Sheen wouldn't surprise me. That dude's fucked a lot of people.
Yeah, no,
Dudes
and it just,
included. Yeah.
but everyone always calls Feldman out for this because they're like, it's interesting that like you
Yeah,
you sat on
yeah.
this information for 40 years until you had a book out, and so it's like, whatever. It's hard to he was a very talented child actor.
Yes,
and,
he was.
I can appreciate that. So.
Yes.
It will
Wow.
live Saturday night.
What a cool life moment. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
know, yeah. I'm excited.
Well, should we plug
Yes.
other
it's
cool
like-
things?
Uh,
What have you been devouring, Tice?
Okay, I'm gonna go through this pretty quick because there's a lot here. Mike and Nick and Alice is a show on, I think, Netflix. It stars Michael Marston and Vince Vaughn, and it's kind of a mafia movie, but it's got a time travel twist. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. I like it. I'd watch it again. I watched this movie called. No, I'm going to save that for later. We watched Marty: Life is Short, which was excellent, and everybody loves Martin Short. I don't know if you guys have watched that yet.
It's very
I
sweet.
have.
I did see Obsession, based on the recommendation. It's great. Very good movie. Very good. Should definitely not know anything about it. I mean, as little as you can know going into it, but it's kind of hard if you've seen a preview because that kind of covers everything. But yeah. And then Backdoor? Is that the big thing right now?
Yeah, A24's Backdoors, right? Didn't they
Yeah,
produce it?
yeah, they did because it made more than the Marty movie.
Oh,
Oh, no
It's it
shit.
made more than $200 million. It's their most profitable movie they've ever
wow.
made. I did find,
Wow.
yeah, and so it's like going so. And at the head of the obsession in that movie were the number two, number one at the box office, competing against like Scary Movie 10 or whatever, and He-Man, Masters of the Universe, and so
Mhm.
and Grogu, which is kind of I'm gonna go see it, but I'm not expecting anything. Um, Okay, that's an unplug. That's an unplug. I did finally watch the Pavements documentary, which is very good. Little weird, very conflicted. If my whole thing with musicals in general, and they're turning it into a musical, that was my least favorite part. but anyway, there's a lot of archival footage and stuff, so that's definitely worth watching if you're a fan. Watch this movie called The AI Doc, which is on Peacock, and it's excellent. It's about a guy who finds out he's going to have a baby, and he's so freaked out about AI because he's a filmmaker and an artist that he doesn't know what it's going to be like. And so then he brings in people that are naysayers, and he brings in people that are pro AI, but then he brings in three of the five main players in the movement. So like Sam Altman
Hmm.
so the only two that didn't show up was Elon Musk. He said he would do it, and then he's like, "I'm busy." And then Jeff Zuckerberg refused to take the call. But everybody else, the guy behind Google AI and the guy behind what's the other one? Claude, I guess maybe. Anyway, but they
Hmm.
actually interview these guys, and that's actually very interesting. So I highly
Okay.
recommend it. There's a show we finally went through the fall and rise of Reggie Dinkins, which is I would say is the most 30 Rock show those guys have done since 30 Rock. It's got that kind
Yeah.
of it's got that kind of flair, kind of jokes hit, just kind of like the way 30 Rock did. I liked all their movies in between, or all their shows in between, but um, Sam
Did
Means,
Tina write any of those episodes, Tice, or did she just produce?
she just produced, but I have a feeling she probably went over those scripts a little bit. But it's still,
Yeah.
it was still Carlock and Means, and they're the two main players that came out of.
Uh, that reminds me of something I was going to bring up. I guess you could call it a plug, just to interject real quick. Did you guys see Tina Fey and oh my god, I'm brain farting, Tracy Morgan at the Knicks game last night?
Oh, not last
Mm-mm.
night. I
And
said no.
they were interviewing him, and he goes, "The Statue of Liberty is about to get pregnant." Fucking Tina Fey lost her shit. She's like, "Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is." Anyway, great.
That's cool.
Fantastic.
That's excellent. their, their, their styles of comedy couldn't be different, and they are just peas in a pod.
They are really good friends, and it's super cute to see them going to the Knicks games together. I fucking love it.
I did start watching Spider Noir, which I know you're probably going to
Yes.
plug. And Nick Cage is an elderly Humphrey Bogart style detective slash
Yes.
Spider Man. Filmed in black
Yes.
and white, which is how we've been watching it, but there's a color version. And it looks like they dropped all the episodes. I can't tell, but it looks like they
They
did.
did. We
Uh,
haven't watched all of them. We watched the first 3, I think.
yeah. Um, when I was driving to Indianapolis, I was poking around on Audible, and I found that Patton Oswalt released a stand-up thing on Audible as an audiobook. It's his latest stand-up. It's called Black Coffee and Ice Water, and
Ooh.
it's good. I mean, it's got one of my favorite closing jokes he's ever written. But it's like an hour and 24 minutes, so it's a solid bunch of work. So
Yeah.
if you have a chance, it's free if you have an Audible subscription,
Yeah.
so you can
I'll
check
look
it
that
out.
up for
Uh,
sure.
and finally, this is kind of a weird one, but there's a show on Hulu called Incas: The Rise and Fall. So you guys know that I will watch anything. I know a lot about Incas, Sumerians, Mesopotamians, Aztecs, Egyptians. I don't know. If there's an old civilization, I've seen many shows about them.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of stuff. Easter Island, Rapa Nui. Uh, but I will say that this show, it's 4 episodes, Incas, The Rise and Fall, had a bunch of information that I had never heard before. And I have spent hours and hours watching stuff about stuff like this. So anyway, if you have any interest in that, it's really good. If you are prone to non-murdery type documentaries.
Yeah.
So that's, but anyway, that's, I would recommend it. And I have two in the wings on plugs.
Oh,
Good.
wow.
Very good.
Yeah.
Coming in hot. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
You know, when you,
Smith?
when you made that mention of ancient civilizations, it reminded me of the hills, and then that reminded me that Spencer Pratt is running for
Oh,
mayor
we
of
forgot
Los
to talk
Angeles, and
about
I
that.
think he finally
Yeah.
he did. I think they declared yesterday he did lose. He's
Yeah,
not
he's
going
a
to be in the
fucking
runoff.
idiot.
I was,
Yeah.
And MAGA world is furious.
Oh, they're
They're
so pissed.
furious.
Fucking pissed.
well,
Election fraud.
part of the way that Trump got off on and got Welker on got angry with him on Meet the Press was he was complaining about how the fraud in California, and he's like, "Why is it taking so long?" And she's like, "That's how they fucking count their votes, asshole. That's what they do every time." She's like, "They go district by district." He's like, "That's bullshit. It just means that they can sneak in fake votes." And I'm like, and she's like, "Where's the proof?" And anyway, and he's like, "I don't need proof. Just look at it. What, you corrupt yeah, anyway.
Fucking
I just
asshole.
if I could tape this snapshot of the world and take it to me 20 years ago and be like, hey, you know that douchebag from that MTV show that has the flesh colored beard? President Donald Trump thinks his election was stolen. And I think that would
Yeah.
have just ended me
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
your head would explode. You would have
it
the
would have
answer.
had exploded.
I
Rightfully
don't
so.
want any more
Rightfully
to
so.
do with this life. Yes.
Oh dear God, no. Yes.
I thought he was going to win, that dumb nuts, because he's the next one in line. Like he could have
Oh,
been the next
yeah.
one, but
It could have been.
nobody has that magic touch. They
Yeah.
call it like Donald J. Trump. Anyway, sorry.
Like the touch.
You don't think JD has that magic touch? Yeah.
Nobody likes JD.
Yeah, everybody hates JD.
Nobody likes
Oh,
JD.
most of all his wife. JD's wife hates him more than anyone else.
I
I
mean,
can't prove it, but I know that's true.
I think Erica Kirk kind of likes him.
well,
Oh
that's
yeah, Eric,
yeah.
yeah. Oh
They should
yeah.
definitely have babies and then sacrifice them to their weird gods, because like it's just a bad. It's like it's like mating chiggers and mosquitoes. It's a bad idea. Anyway, sorry,
Oh
sorry.
God. Oh God.
God bless you.
Making
Tell
double
us how you
David
really feel,
God,
Tice.
God blesses
even
you
Go
for
Miller is
there.
bad.
your.
Oh,
God blesses for your service, Erica.
uh,
Um,
God bless your service. Yes.
fuck.
Sorry. All right. My first plug is a new series on Apple TV, I believe, called, is that right? Cape Fear,
Oh,
which is based
yes.
on
Yes,
Apple
yes,
TV,
yes.
which is based on I think there was a movie version done in the 60s and then one done by Scorsese in the early 90s, starring Robert De Niro. And it has uh, Javier Bardem is the new sort of De Niro character, the creepy guy, and it's quite good. It is
Is it?
unsettling. I think it's going to be really good. Yeah, I think there's 2 or 3 episodes out, but I'm digging it so far because it's like it does a very effective job of like convincing you that like, yeah, this dude's a little weird, but he might be all right, and it does that so well that like it just carries that tension very well. So anyway, really impressed with that. Uh,
Cool.
Also came out this week or the week before is Clarkson's Farm, season 5. I don't know if either of you watch Clarkson's Farm.
Mhm.
No.
It is what's his first name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy Clarkson, who most people would probably know from the Grand Tour or that old BBC show,
Top Gear.
Top Gear. Excellent show, even if you're not a car person. It's just great. I think Tyson even watched all of them
I
at
did.
some point. Like it, and it's great. It's like it was great television. Anyway, it's season 5. He's owned a small farm in kind of the British countryside for the last 4 or 5 years, and it's just goes through like all his like trials and tribulations of becoming kind of an effective farmer. But it's really interesting because it kind of like makes agriculture and farming like really approachable and really interesting, and kind of you understand how freaking hard and challenging it is, and so at least to a point like, and but it's like fucking hilarious too. So like, because they do all these sort of failed things, they basically try absolutely everything you can do on a farm.
With limited
Sort of like
results.
cloning children or something, and and it almost always ends in a tragedy. But we're actually going to try to go. We're probably going to be going to London this fall, and we were just looking. I was like, we should go check that out. And so it sounds like it's very hard to get reservations. There's like a kind of a tavern basically that you can go to, but I think it's exceptionally busy and exceptionally hard to get into. It's like the European Casa Bonita basically, as far as uh,
Get it
another
in advance. Yeah.
another show. This one's on Netflix. Season 2 of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I don't know if either of you've caught this.
Oh.
We had kind of forgot about the first season, but really good. It's kind of a detective show, kind of a la what's the show that we like? Man, my mind is just Veronica Mars. And I think they even kind of make nod to Veronica Mars. It's not like a comedy. The tone's different, but you can definitely kind of it's similar, like kind of who done it. Very good. I think the second season is considerably better than the first.
Which one?
And
What's this
then
called? What's it called?
it's called A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. It's a
Huh.
quick watch. I think they're like 6 episodes, 35 to 40 minutes each. They're really, really quick to bust through. I think it's a British show, but any rather good. And then the last one, this just came out 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm assuming Dawson has watched this. If I had to put my money on one that Dawson has watched, it's The Crash on Netflix. Have you watched The Crash yet?
No.
Oh, okay. So this is kind of their latest kind of 98% Rotten Tomatoes going crazy over documentaries again, kind of Netflix documentary. It's about a
Oh, no
case.
shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
it came out a couple weeks ago called The Crash, and it is about a teen girl somewhere. I forget where it's in the country it takes place. That basically is
Oh,
in this.
it's next on my list. I'm gonna watch it
Yeah.
tonight. I know what you're talking
Okay.
about.
Yeah. So it's basically. So I will not ruin it. But basically, it is very interesting because things are not as they seem. Again, it's a good one to go into. I was
I feel like I've gotten some spoilers. Does it
okay. You
involve
probably
like a
yeah.
batshit crazy teenage
Yes.
chica? Okay.
Yeah. Let me put it this way. She's batshit crazy. She's involved in a very bad car wreck. She's driving. You make your own conclusions. Yeah,
Oh God.
it's kind of it's very well done. Just a quick one, not a
I'm gonna watch it
multi.
tonight. I
Yeah,
also saw something about her dad like almost pacifying her or some shit. Like her
that
parents
is one of
sound
the
pretty
more. Oh
awful.
yeah,
Okay.
if you've ever said like, oh, that's why she's like that. Her parents will exemplify that for you in a matter of seconds. Like it
Oh
Oof.
is
boy.
phenomenal how just enabling and terrible parents they are. And I think they're being
Ugh.
received so by the world too. So that's a
Oh
good.
no shit.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
her father
Goody. Okay.
actually, her father was actually fired from his job
Oh,
because
geez.
they found they've made a statement about how unapologetic he was about this incident. So like, yeah, like employers don't do that willy nilly. Like they probably talk to an attorney and we're like, oh yeah, you could fire him because he's an asshole. So yeah, so
Oh
anyway, yeah, I
fuck.
found that was
Okay.
kind of interesting
Cool.
too.
All right.
Anyway,
Good,
uh,
real fast.
yes,
Oh, two things. One, first time ever, Sally recommends The Crash. She loved it.
oh good, good.
So
Nice.
yeah, so Sally's first plug on our show. Second, if you watch Cape Fear and you enjoy it, The Simpsons did a parody of that way back in season 5, episode 2. Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Absolutely. Yep.
Highly,
Sideshow Bob.
highly recommend you watch it if you enjoy the movies or this show. So anyway, go ahead.
And just we're circling back around for unplugs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do the thing. All right.
Very nice. I will go through mine really quick. Definitely had some overlap with Tice. So I'll go through those real quick. Just to piggyback off of Obsession, adding that the director of it, Curry Barker, this guy's 27 years old. He directed and wrote it. He did a short film with his friends on his iPhone, I think, that got a lot of buzz, which got him this gig. And now he's got like a multi-million dollar deal, I think through A24. I could be wrong. But he's I don't know. I love
Focus.
the movie. I feel like is it Focus
Yeah.
Ties?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot of pressure too, by the way. That's a whole other conversation. But
But
Jesus Christ.
the thing that movie has made more money than any other motion picture in the history of motion pictures. based on how much
Yeah.
it costs and all that stuff. It's
Yeah.
insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Because what was it? Like they made the movie for under 100,000. Wait, I
It was
could be
it was
wrong
it
on
was
that.
it was $1 million to make the
It was
movie.
$1 million. Yes. Okay.
Focus paid 15 million and promised him his next movie, whatever he wants to do, to get the rights to
Uh-huh.
distribute it. And then it
Right.
made all this money at the box office. So like there's never been a movie has made this much money in the history of cinema, which is just it's
So fucking
astounding.
cool.
It's
Smith, you got to see it so we can
I
talk
will. I
about
will.
it.
I will.
But can I just ask you one question, Tice?
sure.
Actually, two questions. Do you feel like the female lead, deserves an Oscar nomination? Because I do.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, it's this the complete I hate to call it this because it sounds like I'm degrading the performance, but the complete dedication to the bit is
Yes.
is
Yes.
astounding. And
Yes.
and I know the script put it in there, but there's certainly you have there's some level of physical, I don't know, exhaustion that you would have to do a role like that. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's fair. Unfortunately, horror movies usually are snubbed at these things, but still, I
They
would
are,
say
but now I have so much high hopes because, of weapons and like
so,
it's possible. So,
yeah.
and then my second question is, what about sound design? Because that was my second favorite part about the movie.
Yeah, there's a
I feel like it was its own character almost.
yeah. So it reminded me a lot of Hereditary. You know how he did
Yeah.
the sound
Yep.
design in Hereditary is just all over the place, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that was really good. And I mean, there's not. I mean,
Super intentional.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I feel like when they not to get to it, but there's not a lot of locations. There's not a lot of things, but what you see is
Hmm.
the story and the acting propels the whole thing. And
Yeah.
I will say this is a horror movie, but I laughed out loud numerous times
We did too.
just
I was also scared as shit.
as ridiculous as this could be. There's only one point. All you can do is laugh sometimes because you're just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Smith, it's so good. You guys gotta
We
fucking
will
see
watch
it. Oh
it. Okay,
god.
we will go watch
It's definitely in my like top 5 of the year. Also gonna piggyback on Tice on a few more. That documentary about Marty Short, Life is Short. Um, I've seen so many memes about people wanting to go to his cottage because literally there's so much footage of like Catherine O'Hara throwing a frisbee, Tom Hanks
Oh, it's
fucking like playing piano, Steven Spielberg filming like Marty and Tom Hanks dicking around. Like the list
yeah,
goes on and on of
yeah.
just like these like really cool like celebrities hanging out with him.
yeah.
Um and so yeah, anyway, it's totally worth it. I I I didn't really get emotional or like have an emotional reaction. It just made me want to be Martin Short's friend, if nothing else. Like he's just a sweet, funny guy. And then Stephen Colbert's entire last week, everyone should go back on YouTube and watch the highlights. Like, he danced and sang with like David Byrne to Burning Down the House
Yeah, I
and
saw
came
that.
out
That
in
was
that
great.
blue outfit. And it was just fucking classic, like Stephen Colbert dancing. The Colbert Questionnaire, where it was reversed. So he had celebrity guests, including his wife. And of course, Amy Sedaris came out and asked him questions. Super cute. All of the after party footage I've been consuming like nonstop. Like he's like dancing with Bette Midler. I fucking love Bette Midler. Like just cool shit like that. I miss that guy already. It's just sad and it sucks, but like to Tyson's point, I can't wait to see what he does next
Yeah.
because he's gonna do fucking amazing things. Um, and then a couple more. Paula Pell was on Amy Poehler's Good Hang podcast, and it's fucking funny. If you love Paula Pell, you should listen to that episode. Her and Amy do shit like they just reminisce, they harmonize. She's just so funny. She's an SNL writer. She's finally like doing television, and some small bit parts in movies. She's just super great. The Kylie Minogue documentary on Netflix is quite good.
Okay, I was curious about that one. Yeah.
Smith, I thought of you because they go into her relationship with the NXS guy.
Oh, Michael
Quite,
Hutchins. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. Sure.
And it's pretty steamy. It's interesting how that came to be. So,
Interesting.
I liked it a lot. I love Kylie Minogue. And then there's a new Future Islands record out called From a Hole in the Floor to a Fountain of Youth. It's a little overproduced because he's losing his voice, but I still like it a lot. There's some really good tracks on it. So definitely check that out. I watched a movie by, what is his name? Steven Soderbergh, called Presence with my brother. And it's a cool movie it's about a haunting, but it's from the perspective of the ghost. And so I really liked it. It's very different. It's got Lucy Liu in it, and that's really the only name actor in it. But it's cool. It's a cool little premise. I don't know about the story. The story kind of sucks, but the idea is there, and I like it a lot. And then lastly, piggybacking on Tice with Spider Noir, starring Nick Cage, or Patron Saint. It's just fucking cool to look at, and you should totally watch it in black and white. Stylistically, you could eat up every frame. It's so fucking cool, and he's so great in it. Like, he's Nick Cage, but he's also like, I don't know, like his little accents and stuff are pretty funny, and like just the way that he handles himself, and it's cool to see him as a superhero. Like, I don't know, I just kind of geek out watching it. So
He was here at
um
the Indianapolis, had their Comic-Con this weekend, and he was
oh,
here doing.
badass.
And Kathy showed me there was this whole online debate because apparently it was reported and fans were outraged because apparently he didn't want people touching him when they met him. I'm like, I would.
What?
That's yeah. I was like, that's okay. Like,
Yeah.
that's like right. And like, so apparently, but then like all these people who like actually got their photo with him, like, I don't know what all the they were like, he's the most amazing man alive. Like it was like it wasn't a big. I mean, but it turned into this huge thing where people were complaining that like you couldn't touch him. I was like, who are you fucking weirdos?
Yeah,
Like,
really.
Yeah, lay off. What the
no,
fuck?
like yeah, I know. So, but a lot of people came to his defense that actually went there and saw him and said it was great, and he's
I mean, he's not like Howie Mandel. Like, he's not that fucking crazy. Like, who
no,
knows?
no, he's not. No, he just doesn't want to be touched. I get
Yeah,
that. I
yeah.
was amazed
Yeah,
when like this
fair.
was a policy. I didn't realize there were exceptions to this policy. I didn't realize that you could, you know,
Uh,
if I
yeah,
could touch you for
screw
the
those
45
people.
second duration between the time I'm up here and the guy gets annoyed behind me and wants to touch you again. I don't know. I don't know. But
Ugh,
anyway,
no.
yeah.
Uh-uh.
So anyway, he was here. People, there were lots of pictures, but anyway, the man makes a lot of people happy.
Yeah.
Yes, he does,
Yeah,
including us. Never
including us,
stop, Nick Cage.
including us.
Yeah, we love you.
Never stop.
Please come on our podcast. That would be so
Yes,
fun.
please, please.
And then we have unplugs, starting with Tyson with 2 right out of the gate. Damn.
So yeah, well, so I'm kind of on a Samara Weaving kick right now because I just see her in these movies that I like her so much. She was in Ready or Not 2. She was in The Babysitter 1 and 2. She was in the new uh, 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 oh man, I can't even think of it. It's Excellent Adventure. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. She played one of their
Oh,
daughters.
okay.
Uh,
Hmm.
so I watched this thing called Borderline, which was basically about she's in it and she starts as a pop star, and then there's some weirdness going on with the. And I thought I kept waiting for it to just pass the line to be like good. It just never did. So I don't think you should watch Borderline unless you're a huge fan, and then or you like being disappointed at the end of movies. And then I watched this other movie called Ubex or Obex, sorry, Obex, which was looks like a very cool retro Cronenberg slash you know hinky like weird 70s thing, and it's pretty much junk. So don't worry about it. Anyway, those are my those are my two unplugs.
I just had one, and it's been a minute, but it's the only one I could come up with. I finally did watch Michael, the Michael Jackson biopic. It's fine. It's not great. There's
Yeah.
nothing groundbreaking. It's like there was a much better miniseries called The Jacksons on like I don't know Lifetime like 35 years ago. Watch that. Like it's just yeah. And I will say that, and then I will also lead into something that I forgot to plug, which there is a
I was gonna
new
ask, is it The
yeah
Verdict?
yeah, The Verdict,
Oh, that's on
which
my
is
list too.
the second docu series about the whole Michael Jackson, the whole diddling thing, and it's a lot of the stuff I'd kind of forgotten about, and so it's kind of like it's again it's a
Bad.
it's a
Yeah.
conversation to have with no one, I don't know. The movie's not great though. Like if you're a huge fan, yeah, it's he wrote some good songs, but and the guy does a really good job of portraying him. He does a very good job portraying him. It's not that good of a movie. And like
Yeah.
Did
he gets to like 1988 and it just ends. It's very strange. Like it does.
Oh,
It's very
weird.
the pacing is very weird. So
I heard that they're gonna make a second one if they can figure out how to do it. So
that's what they're trying to figure because apparently there was a lot of backlash and rightfully so. Like it's pretty
yeah,
questionable, but personal life. But I think that was like but apparently they didn't make that promise because they weren't sure how it was going to go over. Made a shit ton of money. So guess
yeah.
what? Hollywood figured their shit out real quick. so there will be a sequel because it made money.
Didn't they disappear the first one of these Michael Jackson things? That documentaries, didn't they
They
disappear
did.
that?
There was another documentary. I don't know when that was, but I know the estate squashed it. I don't know what was in that one that they. I mean, it could have been the same thing, just a different attempt, and I don't know. But anyway,
Yeah. Okay,
there we go.
I'm gonna watch it anyway.
That's fair.
Eh,
And like, yeah, I know, and I know, and again, I like. It's not a
I'm
great
not.
movie. I just like. I would have been fine without watching it, but you know,
I will always like his music, but it's like, I don't know. It's the whole art versus the artist fucking shit.
yeah, just go see
It's
Corey
hard with
Feldman
that one. It's
live. Like
hard
Corey
to. I
Feldman
know.
live is
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
better spend of your money. Uh, I think.
Ugh.
Mm,
Okay. My unplugs, I feel like I've already unplugged both of them, but one is allergies, two is mice turds. That was really fun to
Oh,
come
yeah.
across over and over and over again. Don't recommend. Be forewarned, you will come across it if you clean out a garage that has not been cleaned out in a while.
oh yes.
Ugh. All right. That's
All right.
it.
That's it.
Wow. Not
Got it
bad,
all out.
guys.
All right, look
Yeah.
at that. 95 minutes.
Not too bad.
Not bad, not bad.
Not too
Yeah.
bad. Too bad.
Well, hopefully we're back next week.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
know it's a busy time, but we'll try to do that. Thanks for bearing with us, kids.
Yes. Yes.
And
Our true fans
always
wait.
a pleasure.
Thank
Yes,
you.
they do. They're very patient and also slightly impatient. Some of them. It's
We
okay.
appreciate
We
them
don't
too.
blame you. Yes.
It's them who get us off our lazy asses.
That is
That's
true.
true.
That is true. Gets
Your,
us
your
back on
negativity is
track.
welcome and appreciated.
Yes. All right, guys.
All right.
Always a pleasure.
guys.
Oh, bye.
Oh.
Guess who didn't have time to prepare today? Ooh.
We're not good.
It's not bad for being last minute.
Yeah. I wanted to eat it the whole time we were doing this podcast.
Yeah.